What's up, Richmond? It's Helen from Miss Girlee's Kitchen. Our city has some of the best culinary gems, Jamaican spots, pizza joints, soul food, gas stations, cakes, and we're going to tour them one by one. Join me every Tuesday at 5 a.m. on CW Richmond as I take you on a tour of the Richmond restaurant scene with Miss Girlee's. What's up, Richmond? It's Helen from Miss Girlee's. We're here at 1125 Bainbridge at Brewers Cafe. Let's eat.
All right, so this is the Brewers Club. It's got hearty white bread. We stagger with about half a pound of meat.
That's a lot of meat.
Yeah, it's a lot of meat. We got turkey, Smithfield ham, a couple of tomatoes, sriracha mayo again. I mean, the objective is really to have people take some of it home. I mean, it could be it's a meal and a half, really. So when somebody...
It's 4.
Yeah, no, it's
meals.
Great, right?
That's
right?
4 meals.
And, I mean, you get all this and some sandwiches really for under $9.
That's a good deal.
And I think that's really been one of the biggest sellers here. Like, that's really been one of the best sandwiches we've offered. Anytime anybody comes to get a club, they are always impressed with that one. I feel like, you just give people a lot of meat and people love it. You may not like meat on this sandwich. And
I would eat that.
Truth be told, I don't even eat that much meat anymore. I probably eat one of these once every other month or so now, just because it is a lot. Yeah, so we've been making this since day one. Under $9. You get that, you get chips, or a piece of fruit for under $9. Yeah.
Nice.
3 pieces of bacon, thick cut bacon. It's good. It's good. We make this in a platter. We make this. Sometimes we we'll have catering events, and so we give people the option to have it on a wrap. Some people throw it on a croissant. It's good. It's like one of the best sandwiches we really offer. Like, from my perspective, when I go out and get a sandwich, I'm always looking for a club. No matter what restaurant I'm going to, I'm always looking for the club. Yeah.
It's nice.
So this is the Brewers Club.
4 meals. That's 4 meals right there.
I'm gonna change the name. I'll change it to 4 meals. No, I'm just joking.
You're serious.
So we'll probably eat this a little later, unless you want to take a bite out of it. You want to take a bite now?
Oh, not yet.
No? Oh, you don't eat the meat on the sandwich.
I'm gonna eat it. It looks delicious. Okay. I mean, I do eat meat, but
okay. Yeah, but this is a lot.
That's a lot.
All right, we'll put this to the side. We'll now get some eggs going. So you can get a bacon, egg, and cheese on sourdough bread, an everything bagel, plain bagel, a croissant, a wrap, but most people choose the croissant.
What's an everyday bagel?
Everything bagel? It's got sesame seeds and garlic and salt and pepper.
It's got everything on it.
It's got everything on it, exactly. It's just a seasoning that's really good. It's like I'll show you what it looks like. We get these from Cupertino's, New York style bagels. They get delivered every morning. This is my favorite variation, but the croissant is everybody's favorite.
Yeah, it's mine too.
Yeah. When I go out and get something, I always get a croissant.
Me too.
Yeah. So
bacon.
Throw bacon, an excessive amount of bacon on here, and then
you are very generous with your meats.
I mean,
your bacon, your ham, your turkey.
Well, look, here's the thing. I mean, people are coming. They're coming here to get something to eat. They might as well be satisfied. I figure if we sell a lot of these, it makes sense. The problem is you get into a situation where you're not selling a lot, and then you're throwing away a lot, or you're giving too much away. But from my perspective, if I give people more and they're satisfied, they're more likely to come back. They're more likely to talk about me.
Absolutely.
And they're more likely to spend money with me. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
And they're going to tell all their friends, their family, Uncle Junie now.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're going to know everybody's going to be in there.
I mean, that's what happens, really. Like, I get, you'll get text messages. Like I said, this is the most popular sandwich overall, simply because we do breakfast all day long.
Nice.
Yeah. Bainbridge. Whole bunch of bacon, cheddar, croissant, filling, right? Like, you don't want to, I want people, if they're going to come out of their house and spend money with me, I want them to be satisfied. From a taste perspective, customer service, convenience, and most importantly, just satisfaction. You have to be satisfied when you come here.
That's right.
A lot of times people are just doing it for the money or doing it appease some sort of passion that they have. But although that's cool, you gotta satisfy people, man. You gotta really satisfy them. So my hope is that people don't think that I give you too much, but they're like, you know, it's like just enough, right? Or it's enough to at least take home in a doggy bag or something. Yeah. This is gonna sit in here for maybe another 90 seconds. So we toast it all together, and then we should be done. Yeah. We just use a convection oven in here. Everything is very simple. It takes a little bit longer, but I think that, you know, it's just better character. It's more of a kitchen-y feel. It's more of a hometown feel. It's not so commercialized in here. I think that if I had something bigger and faster, it might be better for me, but it would kind of mess the mood up in here, I feel. You know.
I agree.
Yeah.
So this is called the Bainbridge.
The Bainbridge. So we're on Bainbridge Street. We're at 1125 Bainbridge Street, and I named most of the breakfast sandwiches after a street or a neighborhood or an area in this neighborhood. A lot of this neighborhood is becoming so popular and so polarizing, and so you know, you're seeing it everywhere now. You're seeing stories like this in America everywhere, really, where there's so much, you know, so much money coming into these inner cities, so much affluence coming in that, you know, people are forgetting the history of the neighborhoods and they're just rebuilding a neighborhood. And from my perspective, the people who are from these neighborhoods need to keep that story alive.
That's right.
So if my great grandfather used to run on Bainbridge Street, before they change the name of the street, I'm gonna make sure I name a sandwich after it. You know, the Dogtown, we make a Dogtown, that's turkey, egg, and cheese. And a little bit of the story is the shape of the river as it wraps around Manchester is the shape of a dog's head. So this neighborhood is kind of like called Dogtown. And so we named one of those sandwiches after it. Then I got the Manchester, I got the Blackwell, I've got the Exit 73, which is the exit, the Maury Street exit off of Highway 95 to get here.
Get out.
Yeah.
Welcome to Miss Girlee's. Come and taste a little bit of home. Named after our late grandmother, Girlee Frances Crump, we have a commitment to quality that's reflected in our fine food, and we prepare dishes just like Grandma used to make. So grab your family, grab your friends, and come and taste a little bit of home. We were nominated in the top 5 for Richmond Times-Dispatch's Best Brunch in Richmond.
A new breeze is blowing into RVA, so come get your blowouts done by Michael the Blowout King in his glamorous window studio.
The Suited Box, specializing in custom apparel for men and women. Stop buying clothes that don't fit. Take charge and build your own style from hundreds of fabric and brand choices. The Suited Box. Why look like everyone else? Stand out.
Disability 6th Annual Family Festival, presented by Dominion Energy and Aetna Better Health of Virginia. October 6th from 1 to 5 p.m. at Crystal Lake Park in Hopewell, Virginia. Vendors, food trucks, face painting, horseback rides, petting zoo, music, bounce houses, games, raffles, and more. We're also having a charity bike ride. You'll meet at Cavalier Square in Hopewell, Virginia at 12 p.m. Kickstands up at 1. Visit disability.org for more information.
Victoria's Family Kitchen, Cooking with Love. And I'm here with my family, Jasmine, Ariana, Rachel, and my husband, Romel. Tune in to CW Richmond every Thursday at 5 a.m. and join our family as we take culinary adventures and bring you to our family kitchen. And remember, always have fun in the kitchen and cook with love.
All right. So, cheers. Old Forester Explain to me what I'm drinking again.
You've got a dirty bourbon chai latte. That's Old Forester, 1897, full shot of espresso. We put some vanilla syrup in there, a chai tea in there, and then we steam half and half on top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. We used to steal Old Forester from my grandfather when we were kids.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. We were of age though.
Yeah,
we
no,
were
of course,
we were
of course.
21. We were 21.
Of course.
That's delicious. So so I can get this all day, every day?
All day. We open at 7 a.m. You can get that at
I can get that at 7 a.m.?
Yes, you can. You can get this at 7 a.m.
I could drink this on a cold winter's day. So let me taste. Oh my God, this is the biggest sandwich I've ever seen.
I would say squeeze it a little bit. So
Squeeze it?
Yeah, you don't want to.
Oh, look at that. Oh my God. I don't even know where to start. That's delicious. Can I have a napkin?
Yes, you can. Here, I'll grab it.
This is really good. And I don't like meat on my sandwich. So tell us how you got started. Not that I don't know, because you've been on every magazine, every newspaper in the city of Richmond.
So I was a stockbroker for 10 years of my life, and I was fulfilled. I was happy. It wasn't something that I was disappointed in. I was trying to accomplish goals and and accomplishing those goals. So it was certainly it was satisfying. A year before I quit my job, a friend of mine named L.C. Baker, who's as personable and as outgoing as I am, and so happens to be a CPA, asked if I wanted to open up a coffee shop and call it the Bakers and the Brewers. Now was genius in my eyes, because it had our names and it had our personalities. So like what you see here is something that we envisioned. I asked him, essentially I ended up working for a lady that I didn't get along with, and I ended up quitting. And after I quit, I thought about things that I could do.
At a coffee shop?
At a coffee shop, you mean when I quit? No. I was a stockbroker, so I was at a brokerage firm in the office, and I walked out of that office, and that was the last time I went to work, as in I walked out of my six-figure income job, let's just say that. But I essentially wanted more control over my life. So I quit and I started acting. I started auditioning for movies. I started doing stand-up at the Funny Bone.
Really?
Yeah, I've done stand-up at the Funny Bone with Jay Ski and Remo Mills, and then I started looking for jobs at other brokerage firms. And I circled back to my friend who had this idea to open up a coffee shop. And needless to say, no job offer, no big movie deal, no comedy deal. This kid was 3 months old when I quit, and next thing you know, I'm getting approval for a loan to open up a coffee shop. And I think the story, along with my background, it was viable, it was plausible. So thank God to the city of Richmond and Union Bank and Trust. Like they funded this for me. Myself, along with another business partner, and I put some cash in, and then we got this loan that was just unbelievable. Like, it came through in the nick of time. This whole time I'm like looking for jobs. I ended up moving out of my home. Me and my and his mom and I, we were living, essentially at her mom's house, my grandmother's house, my mother's house, and then we opened. And I quit when he was 3 months old. I haven't looked back. I've been able to walk out of my house and ride a bike with my son every day. Today, that's what a typical day looks like for us. We wake up, we brush our teeth, we get on our bikes, we ride across the street, and we opened up our coffee shop. And now, you know, we're opening up an art gallery, and I'm getting to show him these things, and he's checking on his businesses every week. And that sort of lifestyle was something that I could only dream of, you know. And I wasn't disappointed in my career. I think I had made a solid choice, and I was very fulfilled, you know, in my position in corporate America. But I knew there was something more. I knew I was better than that, you know. In my eyes, I've just thought that I was a better person than what I was contributing to on a daily basis.
A new breeze is blowing into RVA, so come get your blowouts done by Michael the Blowout King in his glamorous window studio.
Welcome to Miss Girlee's. Come and taste a little bit of home. Named after our late grandmother, Girlee Frances Crump, we have a commitment to quality that's reflected in our fine food, and we prepare dishes just like Grandma used to make. So grab your family, grab your friends, and come and taste a little bit of home. We were nominated in the top 5 for Richmond Times-Dispatch's Best Brunch in Richmond.
Disability 6th Annual Family Festival, presented by Dominion Energy and Aetna Better Health of Virginia. October 6th from 1 to 5 p.m. at Crystal Lake Park in Hopewell, Virginia. Vendors, food trucks, face painting, horseback rides, petting zoo, music, bounce houses, games, raffles, and more. We're also having a charity bike ride. You'll meet at Cavalier Square in Hopewell, Virginia at 12 p.m. Kickstands up at 1. Visit disability.org for more information.
The Suited Box, specializing in custom apparel for men and women. Stop buying clothes that don't fit. Take charge and build your own style from hundreds of fabric and brand choices. The Suited Box. Why look like everyone else? Stand out.
Welcome to Miss Girlee's. Come and taste a little bit of home. Named after our late grandmother, Girlee Frances Crump, we have a commitment to quality that's reflected in our fine food, and we prepare dishes just like Grandma used to make. So grab your family, grab your friends, and come and taste a little bit of home. We were nominated in the top 5 for Richmond Times-Dispatch's Best Brunch in Richmond.
Yeah, who taught you how to make coffee?
Red Rooster Coffee Roasters. I literally had went back to my job. I quit in November of 2015. I went back to my job with my son in my arms at 6 months old and asked this young lady that I was working for, that I quit on, for my job back. Needless to say, she said no. And that day, I essentially just Googled coffee roasters. Like, I went online and I Googled local coffee roasters. And I found, thank God for Lamplighter, those are some of my best friends now. I found Blanchard's, I found all these other coffee roasters, and I found this coffee roaster that was in Floyd, Virginia, 4 hours away. But I ended up calling those guys, and they just made me feel like a little buddy, like a little brother, and they taught me essentially everything that I know. They provided training for me. They take my calls when I have questions. They've been through the process already. They're a married family with little kids, just trying to make it work. And so, since day one, they've been my partners. Any question that I have, any problem that I have with my machine, they've taught me how to do latte art. They teach me what I need to know about coffee, the flavors, the notes. I mean, I know we're making sandwiches here, but a lot of people really come here for those coffee drinks. The taste is, it's good, right? Yeah, it's good.
I come back for the coffee.
Yeah, and I wish I could take a lot of credit for that, but you know, I've just surrounded myself with some really good people. The staff that works here are unbelievable. I have 2 people that have been with me since day one, Adam and Alex. I've had another guy who's been with me for like 2 years. All the partnerships that I've formed, I've kept healthy, and it has really been the reason, the catalyst for us to continue to grow. And I think that's the key. Like, that's the key to anything. The success part is surrounding myself with great people. I've got a great son, I've got a great family, I've got great people who work with me. I've got a great coffee roaster. Those guys, I owe them everything. So yeah, I mean, life is sweet now. You know, it's hard work being a restaurant owner, because you have to balance it all, and then when you don't work harder, you lose out, right? But then you have to keep some sort of sanity, so you try to not work as much. And I think as long as I can continue to keep this going, I continue to show my son what I think is important. Again, karma is everything, so everything will continue to come back to me. And I'm making those sacrifices now. Like, I feel like my community needs me. I feel like a lot of times people who make something of themselves continue to go to the hills and support whatever agenda is out there, and they forget about what neighborhoods made them and how, in fact, if they came back to those neighborhoods, how much better they would be. And I don't want to be that person, you know? I don't want to be that person.
You're all right with me.
Yeah, that's great, man. I'm glad you like your sandwich and your drink.
And there you have it, folks. So we have the
Brewers Club.
Brewers Club.
Half a pound of meat.
Half a pound of meat. I couldn't even eat a quarter of it.
And that is a dirty bourbon chai latte. You get your choice of bourbon, and you chose the 1897 Old Forester.
Dirty Bird Chai Latte. And there you have it, folks. We're here with Brewers Cafe. Until next time.
Hi, I'm Victoria from Victoria's Family Kitchen, Cooking with Love. And I'm here with my family, Jasmine, Ariana, Rachel, and my husband, Romel. Tune in to CW Richmond every Thursday at 5 a.m. and join our family as we take culinary adventures and bring you to our family kitchen. And remember, always have fun in the kitchen and cook with love.
The Suited Box, specializing in custom apparel for men and women. Stop buying clothes that don't fit. Take charge and build your own style from hundreds of fabric and brand choices. The Suited Box. Why look like everyone else? Stand out.
Disability 6th Annual Family Festival, presented by Dominion Energy and Aetna Better Health of Virginia. October 6th from 1 to 5 p.m. at Crystal Lake Park in Hopewell, Virginia. Vendors, food trucks, face painting, horseback rides, petting zoo, music, bounce houses, games, raffles, and more. We're also having a charity bike ride. You'll meet at Cavalier Square in Hopewell, Virginia at 12 p.m. Kickstands up at 1. Visit disability.org for more information.
New breeze is blowing into RVX, so come get your blowouts done by Michael the Blowout King in his glamorous window studio.
Welcome to Miss Girlee's. Come and taste a little bit of home. Named after our late grandmother, Girlee Frances Crump, we have a commitment to quality that's reflected in our fine food, and we prepare dishes just like Grandma used to make. So grab your family, grab your friends, and come and taste a little bit of home. We were nominated in the top 5 for Richmond Times-Dispatch's Best Brunch in Richmond.
Did I